Hey, what's going on out there, everybody? JT here in the studio, coming to you live, Studio 104 Live, that is, and it is a throwback Big Rig Thursday, and I got some stuff lined up for you. Excuse me. I have a couple of things lined up. One of them is from a past issue, not that far past, but the guy that the story was written about goes back a ways, and in fact, I'm gonna bring it up. So it was last month's edition of 10-4 magazine, and it was about John Kooy and his company. Been around quite a while. I'll let them tell the story themselves. I've got John and Junior that we got together, the three of us, and recorded their interview. So got that coming up for you. I'm going to talk a little bit about a show that's coming up, just a little bit, and share some photos from that show last year. And in fact, I got to get that set up on our screen here so we can share that with you guys. But the show I'm talking about is the Nor Cal Spring Fling, and that, of course, is the show benefiting our buddy Frenchie. And last year, pretty good showing. You know, they had about 80 trucks or so. Other cars and trucks and different things going on there throughout the weekend, and it was a great celebratory weekend. We celebrated Shannon's birthday, so that was a bit of a party. The cake brought in by Farron Miller. Uh, I didn't even know that until I reread the story and realized that cake had been um, brought in by Grubhub or Uber Eats or whatever service it was that it came through. But a lot of nice trucks showed up. Great place to have a show. And Stuart, of course, there and his girlfriend, who pretty much put that together last year for Frenchie. This year, he's gotten some help. Some other people that have jumped in, and Farron Miller being one of them. As well as others, I'm sure that I don't know everybody on their list, but it takes a lot of people to put a truck show on, and they're working on doing that. So bottom line is, if you haven't done so already, well, get registered for this year's show, which will be the end of this month in Red Bluff at the Tehama. I think it's Tehama County Fairgrounds. I know it is Tehama Grounds Fairgrounds. I think there's another name they go by, but get yourself registered and let them know you're coming, and we will see you there. In fact, last year, this is a good one. Oh, wait a minute. That's our current cover truck. If I'm not mistaken. Yes. And if you guys haven't seen that by now, I don't know why not. But yeah, there it is. Right there. Groovy. Let me get that in camera. There it is. This month's edition right there. So if you guys haven't subscribed to 10-4 magazine yet, I strongly suggest you do. That's the best way to get the magazine delivered to you in a timely manner so that you don't have to go find one and hope there's one left at your favorite chrome shop or truck stop, wherever it is you go to get them delivered. And you can do that by going to 104magazine.com and go to our subscribers page, and get that taken care of. All right. So this interview, let me kind of preface it a little bit. We had some hiccups. I'm not going to play the whole thing either. I'm going to upload this to our page. You guys can check it out there at your leisure, but I'm going to play through some of it, and I might have some comment as we go through the interview. That said, we had some technical issues, and I had a phone call, believe it or not, and I did pause the interview, and then we came back, but I had to take this call. It was crazy. Been trying to get something done, working with the state on a project, and it has taken literally 8 months. I think it's been that long now. 6 to 8. Anyway, finally got it done. Just really recently got it done. And it was the state calling me, and I knew it was them, and I took the call. So I had to get this done. Anyway, they were good sports about it, and I appreciate the guys uh, being patient. We had some technical difficulties on their end a couple of times, but we got through it and we got it done. And again, this is from the April edition, the actual article. John and Kim Jakes submitted this article to 10-4 magazine, and it's in there. And if you want to find out more about it and read the article, please go back into the 10-4 archives, which are very simple to do, and you can read it there and see the different pictures. Without further ado, here we go. John Kooy, Senior and Junior. All right, everybody. JT here with you guys. I'm getting an opportunity that we need to take some time and sometimes and do a pre-recorded interview because folks are just so busy these days that they got to keep the wheels rolling and the dough coming in, and everybody's got obligations. Hang on a second here, and let's see if we can't get this to actually show ours as well. And we're taking the time to talk with one of our featured stories that was featured in the April edition 2025 of 10-4 magazine. And the article was submitted by John and Kim Jakes, and the name of the article is "Staying Small," and it's a story about John Kooy and his company that originated up in the Pacific Northwest. Those of you that remember seeing that name, and it's spelled with Kooy on all of his trucks. I remember myself seeing those trucks on the West Coast all the time, and we're going to talk to John and his son, John, who goes by Junior. So right now, I want to take a second and bring the fellas in. Hi, guys. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens when this goes out. It's our morning today, but it might be an afternoon or an evening when it goes live on Studio 10-4 Throwback Big Rig Thursday, as I like to call it. Great story. I think first we got to thank Kim and, of course, our editor too for getting involved and creating such a great story. They did a good job, didn't they?
They did. We're very happy with it.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. And I hear that a lot from readers and stories that people that were in the stories and stuff, that our team does a good job. And I, from personal experience, can say the same thing too. So we appreciate hearing that. Congratulations on being what will be 65 years behind the wheel or so, right? Something like that. Is that accurate?
That's accurate. Yes.
And a clean driving record. You've had little or no incidents. Is that correct?
That's correct. But I always say, it could happen tomorrow. So you still better do a good job of driving.
Well, I agree. I've got my own thoughts on how that occurs. What do you think it is that makes it that you've done so well all these years and gone incident free?
Well, you have to take care of your equipment, or else it's not going to take care of you. And I think you have to be a defensive driver, especially in today's world.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's at all exaggerating when a driver says we know what's going to happen before it happens. We know what that four-wheeler is going to do before he does it. Do you think that's probably pretty accurate?
I think that is accurate. Yes. And I do the same thing when I'm following a vehicle, and I think, out of those three cars, two of them are going to take the next exit. I mean, I've mentally played that game, and when you've been out here for a long time, why, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, I agree. I think that being able to read the road is very similar to reading the room. You got to pay attention to what's going on out there, but experience is a great device that we have. It's sort of some of us, I think, have some natural ability. It's just sort of something that comes to us, and the better drivers, I think, like yourself out there that have been fortunate to, avoid being in any kind of an incident, are blessed with that. And it's not just us. I don't look at it from that perspective. I'm sure you don't either. It's not just us being incident free. It's keeping everybody around us safe too.
Yes, that's right.
So keeping our equipment in good shape, paying attention to what's going on out there on the road, safety first. I always wanted my guys to know that that was our priority. And then after that, hopefully never come in on a hook, and that was up to everybody else that supports the trucks and the drivers and everybody out there. So these days, I guess that we talked a little bit about what you're doing now and what you have in your fleet, but tell us what you are doing now, John. Are you out there every day running?
Well, I kind of work the extra board, so to speak. 2 weeks ago, I took a week off, went and visited relatives in Eastern Washington, and just got home yesterday from making a trip. Junior and I, two different trucks, made a trip together, and that's always enjoyable. But I'll probably be going again this coming Tuesday. But I wait till all the help is dispatched, and then I'm ready to go after that.
Yep.
We
Excellent.
want to keep our drivers working. They need a paycheck.
And how many trucks are out there now? How many guys you got working?
I think we only have around 10. We've downsized,
Okay.
but we've never been very big. That's not our way of doing things.
Thus the name of the article, Staying Small. So I mean, you kind of found your magic number, and I know that's another thing a lot of guys say, there's no magic number. There is a magic number, right? I mean, it's whatever works for you.
Yeah. We quite a few years ago we had 10 dump trucks in North Dakota. Junior took care of that, and there was a need at that time, and so we put 10 trucks on that deal. But years later, we got rid of all of them and stuck with the reefer business that we seem to know, the best. But we've had opportunities, but I just don't have any desire for that.
Junior, what about the dump truck business? How'd you like doing that?
Oh, it wasn't bad. It was North Dakota was quite an experience living out there with all the guys.
Were you trying to do that year round in North Dakota, or did you do it seasonally?
We did a year round, and we didn't have a shop, so as you can imagine, that's not too much fun.
That's hardcore, man.
Yeah, no, it was good while it lasted. We were there for a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. And
what years was that?
Oh, it had to been around what, 08, 09, something. I don't know. It's right when everything had crashed around here,
Yeah.
and there was no housing, we had all the trucks were parked here, and I had some friends from Oklahoma that were working in the oil fields back there. And so we brought a handful of trucks back there and got a place and rotated guys in and out, and kind of like the wild, wild west back there back then. It was,
Oh man. Well, I mean, that was during the recession. That was ambitious of you guys to go that way and do that.
it was a 24-hour day deal. We worked them 24 hours a day. It was it kept us afloat for that point in our dump truck career, and then after that we came home and we dispersed of it because things weren't.
You're like, let's get rid of those things while we can, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No, that was definitely an experience, and I only went back there in the car one time, but if Junior wouldn't have been involved, I wouldn't have went, because you got to be pretty tough to handle that 20 below weather or whatever it was.
well, yeah, you got to really want to be out there. I mean, you got to
Yeah.
really, it's. Let me rephrase that. I don't know about really wanting to be out there, but you got obligations you need to meet, and you're going to
Yeah.
do whatever it takes to get them met, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
the funny story was when we got back there and we seen like Halliburton and the big boys, they all had their steer tires chained up. We knew we were in for a lot of fun back there.
Yeah, no thanks.
And it wasn't even a motel to rent. We had to rent a house to keep our help in, because there's just, everything was booked up.
It was
Yeah.
a glorified double wide is what it was. That
Yeah.
wasn't the best, but it's what we made it as best we could.
Yeah.
That's a redneck Airbnb.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah. Put some furniture in it and made the best out of it. And some guys here from that were logging. There was no logging, so they went back there, and those guys were real experienced in the woods, so it helped out a lot. They taught them how to drive gravel truck, and they did well back there too.
Well, you do. All right, everybody. JT back here with you guys. Just wanted to jump in here for a second, and let you know what we're doing here and who we're watching. It's John Senior and Junior Kooy. And again, this article, I brought it up here so we could take a peek at it. Give me a second here. We'll bring it in. This is the article right here, and it is from last month, April 2025. Staying Small, name of the article, and again, submitted by pretty much Kim. I kind of think is who does all the writing mostly on that, and then of course Dan goes through and edits it. But guys want to go in and check it out, please do so. There's some good picks in here. Of course, John standing there. Some of the old trucks that they used to run are in here too. So a little bit to look at. I think we might have brought that stuff up in the you got to do when it's time to pay the bills, man. You got to have something out there. We'll watch a few more minutes of it. Get that done.
Then we even had one driver, Davey Crockett. He knew how to operate the equipment and how to be a mechanic on the trucks, and he was a real help to us to keep everything going, because the shops aren't going to take you in. They're so full that you'd be in line forever. Yeah. Well, let's touch on that a little bit too. And I know we did in our pre-production chat that we had. You step back into time a little bit. Let's go back to 1961. You're 16 years old. It's kind of your introduction and time to step in, get behind the wheel and drive. There's no CDL involved. I mean, you're just your dad's son, and it's time to drive, right? Get in, grab the wheel, grab some gears, let's go. I mean, tell me how that worked out and how it happened. Well, in those days, your dad or your uncle or somebody would teach you how to drive at a young age. You didn't have to go to a driving school or whatever. And that was my case. Was doing a lot of driving at 14 years old. Dad was always in the passenger seat. And then the day I was 16, I drove to Ephrata while Dad went out and loaded the truck. And I got my driver's license. And I went to the coast with a load of hay the day I was 16. And, I think I was a little bit scared going around Vantage, and the Vantage Bridge is pretty narrow in those days. And I wasn't 100% comfortable, but I was doing a good job, and it all worked out. Yeah, well, here you are, all those years later. Junior, how about you? I mean, did Dad say, did you hold your hand up? He threw you the keys and let's go, or was it a little
back then? It was right. It was I'm 52 now, so it was. I got.
Looks like we got a issue with our connection, so I don't know what happened there, but I'm gonna stop the interview right now, and I'm gonna close these guys down. I will try to get them back, and so that way we can kind of finish the interview and get you guys the rest of the story. Well, here. All right, everybody, I'm back. So as I stated, this is a pre-recorded interview with John Senior and Junior Kooy, and they had some technical difficulties. I did get them back, and we did finish the interview. There's probably another 15 minutes or so of the interview. If you guys want to watch it, I'm going to go ahead and post it up on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. As I said, there was some funny moments in the interview, technically, because of them losing on their end the connection, and then in the middle of it, I get a phone call that I have to take, and anyway, watch the video. It's all there. And then both John and Junior fill in all the gaps when they come back. So good story. Good guys. Still at it, still going at it. Junior, 52 years old. Dad, I forget how old Senior is, but still goes out every once in a while and runs the trucks. And they got about 10 guys, so they've stayed true to their their business credo of staying small and effective. And of course, every company's different, man. And bottom line is, are you profitable? If you're not making money in this business, something's wrong and you're not doing it right. I'm an easier said than done, but it's like a bad relationship. At some point you have to let it go. And if it's not working for you, move on, find a better one, whatever apply that to your business model of the customers maybe you're working with and finding better customers. I'm speaking from experience, and the trap of being dispatched, of being brokered and having to go that route is probably one of the hardest, most difficult ways to make it out there, because those people are taking money from you. You're not getting everything you should have coming to you. So, go direct if you can, at all costs. Go direct, get your own accounts, get your own thing going, and have you become the guy that they call and ask for trucks. That's kind of how it goes. I mean, you don't know that until you try that. And I know it's hard and it's not easy. If it was, everybody would do it. But there's ways out there to get it done. And John and his family, they've been holding to that model for a long, long time. And I congratulate them. All right. That's about it for our Throwback Big Rig Thursday. In fact, let me bring my screen back up. There we go. We had the recording overlay plus my overlay, current one, and they were doubling up, so I pulled it out there. But again, thanks to John Senior and Junior for letting me get them in the mix, and of course everybody else that you guys that are tuned in and will watch this later on the playback. We will be back tomorrow with a Studio 10-4 live drive-by, Friday drive-by, and we'll catch up on what's going on this weekend. There's more information to share, some of which we shared yesterday. We had a great show. If you haven't caught yesterday's weekly update, go back and check it out, either on Facebook, X, or YouTube, and see what we were talking about, which, of course, was our Trucking for Kids 2025 wrap. But I posted up one of the videos that I got from our good buddy Pete Zamora. I'm looking at it now, and it's just going crazy over on TikTok. And it's Mark Tarasco doing his burnout at Trucking for Kids this year over in Famoso. And I've got a bunch more that I'm going to share with you guys too. So keep looking for those. I'll keep posting those up, and we'll have more to come. Right now, I'm going to let you all go finish your Thursday. I'm going to go start mine. I got a project I'm working on. I need to get outside and get to it. Keep that shiny side up. Thanks for always tuning in and supporting us here at Studio 10-4 Live and 10-4 Magazine and all the things that we do. Remember, get registered for the Nor Cal Spring Fling, and we're going to start pumping 10-4 Trucker Rodeo. So start getting that going in the recesses of your mind, and get that thing happening, making plans for that. Okay. All right, y'all, be safe out there. We'll see you tomorrow.